Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan here, and today I'm going to cover SEO. What is it and how you can improve it? It's very important, I think, for anyone that is starting their own site or is trying to promote a company website. So let's start off by covering what is SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It's a way for you, in very basic terms, a way for you to get your website or your company's website discovered when people are searching via Chrome or Internet Explorer or any of the search engines that you would use. Basically, it allows your content to populate and it tells what order it should populate in based on the relevance to the certain words that you're typing in. So let's say that you are trying to make a marketing blog, right? So how are you going to target that? What are the words that you're going to use? So what I'll do is I'll give you some quick examples and I'll give you my personal recommendations on how to improve the SEO on your sites. All right, so here what I've done is I've typed in marketing blog and I've searched that. You see what pops up here. There's some aggregation sites. We can kind of talk about that, but what I want to do is I want to look at the more organic way to look at it. So the first one that populates is HubSpot, and it's HubSpot blogs. So first and foremost, the best way I think to do SEO or to begin your SEO journey is to create a blog. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to do a couple of things. You can do what I call keyword targeting, and that's where, if you're going to start your SEO, you're going to take a look at what are my keywords, what's important to me. So for marketing, obviously marketing is important, so you would want to target that, but that's probably a large keyword, very hard to kind of get ranking on. So you look at other things that are possibly related to it, like social media, email campaigns. There are, tons of things like that you would want to target around it. That would be a little bit easier to try and get on the list for. Again, if you're picking a very high level word, it's going to be very difficult to compete, especially with larger brands that are spending millions of dollars most likely trying to get on there. So we'll take a look at this one first, and we'll take a look at HubSpot's first, and I'll try and give you some idea as to what they're doing with their blogs. So we can see here their first blog, 5 social media trends to expect in 2018. So this is probably their newest one. We'll check that out. So we go in, and first thing you want to do is you want to pick out what that keyword is that you're trying to target. So for this one, if I'm looking at it critically, I'm going to say HubSpot is trying to take a look at listing because people are really into lists. You can do a top 10 list. You can do here 5 social media trends, 20 reasons why, whatever it is. People like lists. So that's a decent place to start and to get eyeballs on your content. Obviously, I believe they're also targeting social media here. So they want to get something out where if people are trying to keep up on what is hot and new in social media and they're trying to search that, this hopefully is going to be what's going to pop up. And then they go a step further and they try and target 2018 as well. Why to do that? Once again, probably just trying to keep, if people are searching for newer trends, this is probably something that's good for them to be targeting. So those are kind of the 3 things that just looking at the title automatically, I can pick out that they're trying to get your attention to or to try and show up in searches for. So number 1 is the title of the page. Like I said, you want to pick out your terms, use them there. Then to reinforce it when you're writing it, you want to make sure that you're using those words right away as well. So they don't really use the 5 down here, which is kind of a little knock against them. If they wanted to show up for something, maybe 5 is a little bit too specific. So I think they're really just actually trying to draw eyes with the 5 here. What they really want is they want the social media trends and they want the 2018. So you can see within their first few sentences here, and they kind of break it up into multiple paragraphs, but they have 2018 already, and they also have social media strategy. So they don't have the trends, but they are trying to tie in the strategy, but they do have the social media, which is really kind of the keyword there. So they do a good job with that. And then also you can see they do have trends a little bit further down. But really, you have to keep in mind that when you're writing a blog, you want to keep your keywords in the very top area. So if they were trying to go with the list, they could say our top 5 picks. They could definitely integrate that in here somewhere. I think that would be a little bit of a stronger move. But like I said, they do have the 2018 and the social media, which is really kind of their main focuses, I think. As you guys can see, they do a pretty good job here, which is why I think they show up as the first result when I search for the marketing strategies, because they really have a very good overall strategy for trying to target different keywords. And when you come off as more of a credible expert in these, Google can kind of take a look and recognize that and really start to rank you a little bit higher. So this is kind of like an umbrella. Obviously at the very top is marketing. They want to be seen as the leading experts in marketing. And with that, they have a whole host of other articles that they have to talk about. Obviously right here being 5 social media trends. And we can take a look at 1 or 2 other articles as well. So this article right here, build a better B2B website in 3 steps. Again, like I mentioned before, people love the lists. So what do I think they're targeting here? Again, another example. They're targeting B2B website and making it better. So when we take a look at the content, we see right in their first sentence, they jump into B2B. So the first thing you can see is they do target B2B. And then looking over some of the rest of the article, or just this first portion right here, it doesn't look like they are really targeting website that much. And again, I think the 3 steps is really just trying to get people to read it. Because if you say, oh, 1, 2, 3, very easy to follow, and they're going to lay it out for me, you're probably a little bit more likely to go into the article. They do have a little bit further down here a linkable. We're going to essentially another page, which is another portion of SEO. If you can link to your other pages, it actually makes your scores for search engine optimization go up, because when Google or whoever is crawling your site, it looks like there's a lot more of a coherent from point A to point B and an interlacing of the articles where you can reference other things that you've done before. And really just the bots that crawl your site to figure out where you belong on that list, this looks a lot better to them. So backlinking, you can either do it to your own articles or you can do it to other articles, is another huge portion of search engine optimization and making sure that you're getting a stronger ranking. So I think they're definitely trying to go after business to business or B2B. That seems like what they're mainly trying to target here. And then the last one we'll take a look at, actually what I'm talking about sort of in this article is SEO. So we'll take a look at this last one and we'll see if we can figure out what they're trying to do. So 20 SEO myths to leave behind for 2018. Again, just looking at the title, they have the list, which is popular. They have the SEO myths. So that's probably going to be the main search term that they are targeting. And then again, 2018. So right out the gate, search engine optimization, SEO, that's what they're trying to target. Myths, do they have that? They do. It is in the second paragraph. So if they're really trying to target it, I would again suggest it tries to go into the first paragraph. But again, they have another linkable to their actual white page or ebook, which they call out. So it is the ebook. So what they're trying to do is, again, give you another backlink where you're going to the actual ebook to download it, but it looks better because they are self-linking to another page. So again, it looks like their website is playing together well with itself. So again, I mean, they do a great job. This is when I was doing blogging, HubSpot was actually who I was using, and they do have pretty good, but you can find this anywhere. You can actually find a listing of the keywords and how hard it is to rank in them. So if you're trying to target certain things, you can find out where really your time and effort are better spent in. Because if you're trying to do like clothing and you're competing against Nike or Adidas, you're targeting athletic wear or something, it's going to be really hard to go up against those large companies. If you could focus down on something like retro sneakers, something like that, where it's something that they might not be targeting as aggressively, you have a much better chance of showing up on that first page. So again, the very high level tips that I will say is start a blog, number one. Number two, make sure that you are picking out your keywords and doing a good job of figuring out what those keywords are and how you are going to go about targeting them. So, you're going to write your blog article, you're going to put that keyword in the title, and then you're going to include it in at least the first paragraph. But definitely the first few sentences, you want to try and knock that out and make sure that it is. Because otherwise, what happens is the bots start trying to climb your site, or basically read your site, and they say, well, yeah, this is what the title is about, but nothing in the article actually talks about this, or it doesn't talk about it until much later, and that's going to dock you points on your SEO score. And then finally, it's a little bit more high level. Those first tips are definitely the ones that I suggest the most, and those are the most important. But make sure that when you are writing your articles, if there is, or your blogs, if there is an opportunity for you to reference another one of your articles or blogs, make sure you do that. Like if you're doing a two-part is great, or if you're talking about social media and you say, hey, I realize this one isn't a basics one. If you are looking for the basics, I have a great article on it over here. This one is more changing trends for 2018. So something like they would do here. And for you, just making sure that your links are relevant is important. And you can also link to external sites as well. Anyway, guys, those are my really quick tips to how to improve your SEO scores, or how to begin with SEO. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. If there's anything that you would like me to address in a future video, also leave those in the comments below. I'd love to help you guys out with anything that you need in the future. And again, if this video has been helpful to you at all, please leave a like or subscribe to follow my channel and make sure that you see videos as they come out. That'll do it for me. Thank you, and good luck in your SEO endeavors. Till next time.